What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay, and today is Friday, August the 7th of 2020, and it's an exciting day. It's a harvest day. We're getting prepared to do some harvesting for some of the markets that are coming up with the youth program of McDowell County, which is pretty awesome. They're going to be taking some of our produce off of our hands, helping us distribute it to the people of McDowell County, which is pretty awesome, pretty sweet, pretty awesome. They are called the McDowell County Youth Producers Association, which is pretty awesome. They're going to be taking their own produce to market, learning marketing skills and all kinds of awesome stuff. But now it's time for us to harvest some of those contender beans that we planted earlier in the year. These beans have done pretty well. They would have done a lot better if we would have been able to keep up with the weeding, but that's okay. We'll see what we're gonna get. And look at Felicia trying one, sneaking it in. Didn't think I'd catch it on the camera, but there it was. You've seen it, folks. Live action. Her eating the produce fresh out of the field, raw as you can get it. So we're going down a few of the 300-foot rows, not all the way down, but the sections that we did manage to clear out and the sections that did grow beans. We're going to pull some beans out of here. There are plenty of beans in here. We're going to see what we can get out of here today for the market. I think that they wanted a pretty good bit of beans, so we're going to do what we can and see what we can get in the time that's allotted us before pickup. So the race is on to get the beans out. Contender bush beans. It's a 45-day bean. It's a really good size bean. It is a bush bean, no trellising required, and they make a pretty good size bean as far as canning goes. A good 6 to 7 inch beans on average. Some of them average 8 inches. Very great green bean flavor, no strings. I love that aspect. And we got out 4 5-gallon buckets full of green beans. I think it came into a total of 56 pounds of green beans after they were weighed and everything. And now we're sitting and going to have a coffee break and reflect on what we have just done, what we're going to do later on in the day, and get the morning started. Sky brought some collards from his house and his farm, and they also brought the zucchini that we picked out the other day and some of the squash. And everybody in the picture there is Sky, Marshall, Felicia, and myself. And we're doing our farm things, putting together a couple green boxes. That way we can empty out some of the buckets to pick more green beans out. We're just going to put some of them into the boxes until we get our other buckets back. At this point, we're going to have to buy some more buckets because we are picking more beans out than we have buckets. And we're going to have to get on that sometime here soon, but it's almost time to deliver. We have a little bit more picking to do in the north end of the fields. We need to get some mustard greens out. Everybody loves those mustard greens. Southern curl mustard, Florida broadleaf mustard, really good greens. They have a wasabi flavor. They cook down really well. They go really great with the green beans or with anything that you're cooking, I suppose. Any kind of stir fry with that wasabi-like flavor. Guys, this is Jay, and today is Friday, August the 7th, and we are doing harvesting this morning for some of the markets that's going on today in the town of Bradshaw, West Virginia, McDowell County. Look what we got so far. We were up in the upper fields on Sky's end of the farm. We picked out 4 5-gallon buckets of contender bush beans. We fit 3 gallons into that bag. Sky brought some cabbage from his garden up on the mountain. We have some collard greens. We've been picking out yellow squash. Those come from Sky's garden, and from the upper end of the farm, and we picked out a box of zucchini. I think we picked out over 110 zucchini the other day for one picking. And now we're down at our end of the farm. Me and Felicia are down here. Sky and Marshall are up on the upper end of their fields up there. We had put some gates up yesterday because there have been motorcycles and four-wheelers driving in through our crops, and we're not going to have that. But right now Felicia is going through and picking cucumbers and getting some of the yellow squash out, and I'm going to harvest some mustard green. We got mustard greens ready, guys, so we're going to do our first harvest of mustard greens, and we're going to be making some beautiful bouquets of mustard greens. So keep rocking it with us. We got about an hour and a half to harvest left before we have to deliver, and we're going to kick you back into a time lapse and you can check it out. So keep rocking it with us. Back at it at picking the mustard greens. We're going to attempt to take out 10 bunches of mustard greens. We try to let the leaves get to full size before we harvest. We have 600 feet planted, so I don't think that we're going to have a problem getting out 10 bunches. We need to come in and do another feeding on these about once a week on the mustard greens, so we're going to have to get on that, start feeding more often now that they're producing leaves. That fish emulsion that we use, it gives the plants a nitrogen boost, which enables the leaves to grow and flourish. Nitrogen is what builds the leaves, so you're working on the leaves and the root structures of the plants. And it's pretty exciting, guys, because everything is starting to harvest. We're starting to harvest more. It looks like we have new crops coming in within the next week or so, and it's very exciting times. We're back at the fields in Landgraf. We're coming back through, talking with Sky and Marshall, getting a game plan together. We have to wash the produce now, so we're heading back home to wash the produce that needs washed. We're going to clean the squash up, clean the beans up, and do what we can to get this produce ready for the market. And we're back at the house. We're going to get the wheelbarrow out and get a couple baskets and boxes and wagon out. That way we can clean all this stuff, turn the water hose on, fill up the wheelbarrow with the squash. Felicia's going to wash the squash. I'm adding water to the mustard greens and cleaning the tops off. We put water in the bottoms of the box. That way they can soak up the water and they don't wilt when they're going to market. Also putting in some of the zucchini and cucumbers. So check it out, guys. Felicia's getting all the zucchini washed. Let me see if I can get a better view of what we got up here. We got 10 bunches of mustard greens, 15 bunches of collards. We have 3 5-gallon buckets of contender bush beans. There are 60 yellow squash. There are 2 full boxes of green zucchini, 3 cabbages. I think that's what all we got. I'm really not sure. There's just a lot of stuff. They'll have to tell us when they get We're going to start switching it back in these boxes and getting prepared to get on down the road. Get on down the way. Get on out the hole, out the holler. You know what I'm saying? So keep rocking it with us. Can you dig? And yeah, back into the time lapse with you, baby. We were having a little bit of camera issues with the sound, but that's okay. You didn't really miss much of what I was saying. I was just talking about what we had available. And now we're off to deliver. The youth group are coming to pick up the produce at our fields right there by that creek side. Those beautiful fields of Landgraf, McDowell County, West Virginia. And there's that ride. They're waiting on us to pick up, so we are going to drop off the produce to them. That way they can get out to market, and we have more harvesting to do. Believe it or not, we have more beans to take out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take some beans out and do what we can with those. Green beans is really good. I love green beans, boy. We've been canning green beans. We've been doing some green bean stuff, picking green beans, all kinds of green beans this year. Weeding green beans, tilling green beans, feeding green beans. Doing all kinds of green beanie type stuff. But now we're going to take a lunch break. It's around 12:30 in the afternoon, and I need to do some blood sugar manipulation here. We're going to have a short lunch break, a little snacky snack. Got the hummus bread, grapes and blueberries. You know, we have the sun-dried tomatoes, and later on in the year, guys, I'm going to show you how to make those sun-dried tomatoes. As soon as we have enough to harvest the cherry tomatoes and we have time to put together a video, we will do an updated video of how to process those cherry tomatoes into dehydrated tomatoes. They're not sun-dried, but they're dehydrated. They're going to be full of flavor. They're going to be delicious. Then we'll have our own tomatoes to put in our lunchbox with our meals, and that's pretty awesome. But right now, you can take in those beautiful views, those clouds rolling over the sky, the way that they form, different weather patterns, and all of that whatnot. And we are going to harvest some beans out. That's what we're going to do, because that's what we do. It doesn't look like there's any beans in here because of that water weed. Felicia has been off taking some pictures of some of the native flowers, and you're going to see those throughout the video. Mr. Grasshopper hiding in there. And there are plenty of beans growing up this plant that is no longer there. We ripped that guy out, threw it down. Now it's not overshadowing the field. We might be able to get some seed bean out of here in the future. I don't know. We might just cut it down if we ever get the equipment that we need. Our brush hog needs some work. Not sure if we're going to be able to fix it, but we'll see and try. There's Felicia bringing some of those marigolds of the universe up to the camera. That way you can see how beautiful they are. I would like to call these cosmic marigolds, if I had to name them something, or galaxy marigolds. Morning glories. See, I done said marigolds and they're morning glories. I lied. Told you a fib there. Don't take that in. I'm going to find some white morning glories and take it to Felicia and let her know that they're not marigolds. So those are not marigolds, Felicia, okay? She's smiling. Smiling. Likes those flowers. That's the key to a good relationship, fellas. Pick your ladies' flowers. They like that kind of stuff. That's G stuff right there. Grown man stuff. What you know about it. Time for another powwow. We're going to sit down and have a meeting. This is our meetings. We do a lot of meeting under this maple tree. We do a lot of feeding and meeting and mingling and eating and a lot of ings under this tree. Things that rhyme with ing is what we do. This is the ing tree. That's a good name for it, Felicia. The ing tree. We do all kind of ings under that tree right there.
Brilliant.
Yes, yes. Well, I hope the video has been pretty cool, guys. I hope you're still following along. Right now we're in our cucumber patch, and there will be cucumbers in the year. It's going to take them a little while to catch up, a little while to get in. We have other stuff planted all throughout the land of about 4 acres of land graft. This is that beautiful Honey Select corn. So sweet, so juicy, juicy sweet. And look, I'm trying a piece, testing it out. I do that periodically, and it tastes to me like the corn is pretty sweet, guys. The corn is going to be on this week. I have a great feeling about this corn. I think that we'll be in here picking this corn within a week to 10 days. Somewhere in that range. We'll see how the rest of the ears fill out, but as soon as we can get down through there and get some full ears, we're going to be pulling this corn out, and it's going to be at the market, guys. And then it's going to be crazy because corn is one of the cash crops. It is going to dominate any market you put it in. It is going to be a superior flavor corn, superior quality, superior taste, superior nutrients to other corns that you're going to get. And right now, we have to take the tire off of this tractor. That way we can use it for some of the next phases of what we need to do here in those beautiful fields. There's a flat on the tire, and Sky's going to take it to his house and fix it while we go home and do some more stuff at home. He's going to get this tire fixed, patched up and ready to go, and we'll get it back on the tractor when it's time to. But we're nearing the end of the video, and I want you guys to keep watching these videos because the corn is coming on. We have a lot of beans coming on. It's going to be exciting. Markets are going to start up for us within the next week or so. Next week to 10 days. Whenever the corn comes on, we're going to start participating in markets, or whenever we have excess produce, we are going to start attending our own markets and marketing some of this stuff, and we'll take you guys along for that ride as well because it is interesting. Some of the people that we meet at these markets, you really find out about your community. It's pretty awesome to be able to provide good food for the community, and that's what we pulled out today right there, guys. That's all the stuff we pulled out, and that's it. Thank you for checking out the video. Hope it was informational and inspirational. I hope you enjoyed watching us in the day of life in the day of J and Fee, or Fee and J. I don't know what it's called anymore. If you liked the video, hit the like down below. Subscribe for more videos. Notification bell for updates on future videos. And until next time, can you dig it? We did it, Fee. We did it. It's another one. We made another one. Yeah, keep rocking it.